Kia ora Year 12, this question's for Zico and it's a partial fractions question. It's one where if you take a moment to just read the question slowly before you dive in, you'll see what you need to do. But if you just get going, it's going to get kind of ugly. So we've got a partial fraction problem where we've got the usual factorized quadratic in the denominator, and in the numerator we've got a quadratic. So that means we've got order 2 up here and order 2 down here. That means that we need to start by finding the constant. So looking at where this is going to go, we've got a 3x squared down here, and we've got a 12x squared up here. So we're going to end up with the constant being 4. But we're going to go quite slowly to see how we get that. So we've got 12x squared plus 4x minus 1. And in the denominator, I'm going to expand this out. So we get 3x squared, going carefully, minus 3x plus 2x gives me minus x minus 2. So the first thing to do is to force in the constant term here. So we've got, and then we're going to come back and do the normal partial fractions thing. So we've got 4 times all of that. Now, of course, you could do this with long division, right? But let's just look at that. Now, what do I have to add back to get all of this matching up? Well, I've got my 12x squared, and now I've got take away 4x from that. So I need to add back 8x to get to the 4x. And I've got 4 times negative 2 is take away 8. But I just want to take away 1. So it's going to be plus 8x plus 7. Right, so that means that straight away we can write this as 4 plus 8x plus 7 over 3x plus 2 times x minus 1. Now I think I've, now we're good to go. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take this and do the standard partial fraction stuff. And I'm going to do that separately just to save a little bit of work. So 8x plus 7 over 3x plus 2 times x minus 1 will equal a constant over 3x plus 2 and another constant over x minus 1. So I know you're all going to kind of hang up the video at this point because it gets to the easy bit. Right, so there will be caramel chocolate for anyone who watches all the way to the end. I've got the bag sitting next to my desk in class. So 8x plus 7, we can do this either by matching or simultaneous equations. Pretty easy first value to put in. Let's put in x equals 1. Over here we get 15 is equal to 0 plus b times 3 plus 2. So 5b is 15, giving us b is equal to 3. Okay, now I can either substitute in negative 2/3, or I can put that in there and then do some matching. So I think with this one I'll do matching just to make sure you've seen it recently. So what do I have now? Okay, 8x plus 7 is equal to ax take away a plus 9x plus 6. Right, so let's have a look at that. Well, we've got 8x is equal to ax plus 9x, so 8 is equal to a plus 9, and that gives me a equals negative 1. I quite like that way as soon as we've got to work with fraction substitution in here, because I think that's where some of you are more likely to make mistakes. So we've finished the problem now, we just have to write it out nicely. So f of x is going to equal 4, take away 1, a was the one going with the over 3x plus 2, so it's minus 1 over 3x plus 2, plus b, which was 3, b over 3 over x minus 1. Okay, just keep on sending in the questions and I'll do some more videos later on.